Like, I guess my question would be like, what kind of advice would you give a younger audience, since I tend to tailor a younger audience, that they are playing a victim. Maybe they're not doing it on purpose, and they don't realize that they are being negative, and they're just kind of, putting themselves in a corner without trying to figure out what to do with their life. Any kind of advice would be beneficial.
Absolutely. So number one, I would always tell people you have control of three things, regardless of all the external things you see. The accelerated change, one of the favorite sayings I have of people is, oh my God, the world's changing so much. I'm like, first of all, the world's always changing. It's expanding, growing, and accelerating at a speed that you can't even imagine. Technology itself has created more data points and more change and more variables than you could even imagine what change could do. So there is no certainty.
Right.
Like, these are such uncertain times. There's only three certainties that I can tell you have, and let's focus in on those certainties. In fact, I always tell people, if you could tell me exactly what's going to happen tomorrow, I know how to make billions of dollars. So call me. I'll give you billions. I'll give mine to charity. But, if you're certain about just one thing tomorrow,
right,
let me know what it is. So more importantly, you have a certainty of mindset. You change the way you see things, the things you look at will change. I promise you. And so I help people put attention and intention of their mindset on the coincidences that they want. Not what's missing, not what they don't have, not what other people want for them, not that victim mentality where things happen to you in a world of not enough, but put your attention on what you do want and have a mindset of that attention and intention. The second is you have control of your heart set. That means you have control of the way you feel. As much as you may not think so, living in a world of liability, of blame, shame, and justification, which a lot of people, young people do. I just had a kid call me, and he was so far below the line, in blame, shame, and justification. I sent out 900 resumes, Mr. Meltzer, and every time, all the people are lying to me. Nobody. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. First of all, you can't solve a problem in the same consciousness that you created. Two, who the hell sends out 900 resumes and gets the same result?
Right.
You got a problem. You got to take control of your mindset and your heart set here, brother. We got to only deal with the common denominator of the 900 resumes and all the people that are lying to you, overselling to you, manipulating and cheating you in your opinion. Take control of your mindset and your heart set. And then finally, take control, because you have certainty of handset. What does that mean? Learn to enjoy the consistent everyday, persistent without quit pursuit of your potential. Once again, not other people's potential, not what they want for you, what's missing, what you don't have, because this is a big problem, this idea of FOMO and FOPO.
Yeah.
Everyone, the young generation, they're afraid of missing out, and they're afraid of other people's opinion. I will tell you this, you don't have to care about anybody else's opinion, you just have to learn from it. And nobody talks about the second. It's so trite to tell young people, don't care about what they... No, you don't have to care, but you better be adding on to the back end of that saying, but let's learn from other people's opinion. Let's learn from their opinion. Let's have an open mind and open heart and open hands, because what do you have control of? Your mind, your heart, and your hands. And when we keep and learn with our mind, our heart, and our hands, and we learn from other people's mind, heart, and hands, you're going to accelerate, grow, and expand. You're going to start moving from the world of not enough and being a victim, where everything happens to you. When you scream, why me? You'll at least move into the world of just enough for me and scream, try me. And if you're really lucky, you'll learn the lessons that I've learned and you've learned by losing everything, and you'll live in a bigger world, a world of more than enough. You'll move from that world of buying things you don't need to impress people you don't like, and I'll take on the world where you got to go get happy, healthy, wealthy, and worthy, and all of a sudden you'll move to a world of more than enough, where you already are happy, healthy, wealthy, and worthy. You have figured out what you're doing to interfere with it. You don't got to go get it. So those are the three worlds that are controlled by what you have certainty in, your mindset, your heart set, and your hand set.
That is beautiful. I've never heard it portrayed that way, especially that second part, because I hear a lot of people say, well, don't care what people think. Okay, then what?
Okay, right, exactly. That's exactly what I thought.
You tell that to my 20-year-old daughter. You tell that to her. You tell that to these teenage kids.
Too.
Yeah.
Tell it to your wife. Tell it to your wife.
Oh man, that is ridiculous. It's just like, man, you need
Yeah,
some.
learn from what they're saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
learn.
yeah, and so I guess that leads me to my next question. Like, how, what is it that like keeps this blockade, this mental block from people that like? Because I've seen like people that have, my family and friends and people that have been around. Like I've seen people come from absolutely nothing and create, whatever success means to you, but they've been able to create worlds of success. And I'm like, these guys had nothing. Like they came from another country and they were able to just bleed and work their butts off. I don't think like the thought of like insecurity or negative self-talk or I can't do this ever crossed their mind. Like versus here we are, we're in a state of, I don't know, are we just too comfortable? Are we just bored? Do we have too much going on? Is it too easy? Do we live in a world where it's just so easy that we have a hard time trying to find something to push us forward?
It's interesting. I think it deals with the 5 levels of intention. And it does deal with some of the ease that exists. Remember, we are at ease, and we create our own dis-ease, and we create the interference via ego-based consciousness for ourselves. Yeah. And the 5 levels of intention are, yes, it's much easier to do things today, right? I mean, just take what we used to have to go through when we were young to get food.
Yeah.
Think about how difficult it was to deposit your check. To get money. Think about how hard it was just to get money. Think how hard it was to make a long distance phone call.
Oh yeah.
Right, to communicate with someone.
Yeah.
So to copy something. I can go through a list and list. So yes, we are more at ease, and what happens is because we can do things with more ease, we somehow think it's going to impact the other 4 levels of intention that create this fulfilling, passionate, purposeful, and profitable inspiration, not just motivation, right? Motivation is short term. Motivation gets you up, gets you started, gets you back started, gets you back up. Very important, by the way, but you can't live your life motivated. You'll burn out. It's a soul sucker because it's fear-based most of the time. Motivation stems from some sort of fear. But inspiration lasts a lifetime, and it'll get you all the way there because it deals with 5 levels of intention. Not just doing things at ease, but saying the positive things. See, you talked about earlier, the young people are saying the wrong things, the wrong inner talk, the wrong outer talk. And so not only do you have the first level of intention that we do things at ease today, but we have to say things. We have to cancel, the negative talk. No more attacks on other people. No more judgments and conditions. We have to say the right things. Then on top of saying the right things, we could take the 3rd level of intention, which is to think the right things. I actually have a system called Cancel, Clear, and Connect. It's in my book, Connected to Goodness, which, by the way, I will be happy to sign a copy, pay for the copy, pay for shipping, and send it to anyone in your audience. So, put in the notes.
Thank you so much.
David@dmeltzer.com. Yeah, David@dmeltzer.com. Put in the notes. I will pay for it all myself because I want you to learn how to think with intention, right? Power of Intention, Wayne Dyer. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. Michael A. Singer, Surrender Experiment. All will teach you not just to do at ease, to say with ease, but to think at ease, connected to and through this omniscient, all-power source. But there's a 4th level of intention, which Napoleon Hill really gains into, which is believe. See, if everything's at ease when you do it, then you're just assuming you're saying at ease, thinking at ease, and believing at ease. Well, it doesn't work that way. These are different levels, different frequencies that have different powers. And when we believe in something, that'll get your ass up in the morning at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
That when things get, I have a different perspective of pain, setbacks, and failures, right? To me, because I believe there's something bigger than me that loves me more than my mom loves me, when setbacks, failures, and mistakes occur, when pain happens in my life, which invariably happens every day, I'm being promoted and protected, not punished. So once again, no victim mentality because I have a different belief system in my intentions. I am not a victim, right? I'm being promoted and protective. I'm just too stupid to realize that the activity that's occurring today is for my benefit, not for my punishment. Here's an example because I know we have a younger audience. You got to listen to me. When I was 3 years old, my mom's a 2nd grade teacher, works 2 jobs, packs my dinner in a paper bag, my wife tells me all the time, my biggest problem is my mom never hit me. And I said, whoa, my mom hit me one time. When I was 3 years old, I went to go reach out and touch a hot stove. My mom slapped my hand and screamed at me, no.
Mm-hmm.
I started to cry. And I looked at my mom. I'm like, Mom, what did I do? Why are you punishing me? Now, see, my mom knew everything about a stove. She's an amazing cook. She knew that if I touched the stove, that my hand would burn and it would cause me a bunch of pain. I was 3 years old. I had no idea what a stove would do. This is what happens in life. See, I believe you have to have the faith that there's something bigger than you that knows everything.
Oh my God, I just understood what you said. That's huge.
Loves you more than your mom. So when you don't get the job, when you don't get the deal, when somebody in your life leaves you, the relationship doesn't work out, we immediately think, oh my God, I'm being punished. Why can't it ever work? Because you got the wrong belief system. See, my intention incorporates a belief that when I don't get the job, I don't get the deal, it doesn't work. I'll give you an example today. I was buying some crypto. I have set points. When a crypto thing gets down to $11, I'm going to buy it. When it gets to 40, I'm going to sell it. And I don't worry in between, right? Yeah. This is how I trade. So it hit $11. I'm trying to get the thing to work. It won't work. I give it 3 tries. Universe tells me 3 no's. I'm happy. I'm being protected. Right? There's no regret. There's no victimization. I get it. Okay. Omniscient, all-powerful, all-knowing source that loves me more than I love me, than my mom loves me. I'm being protected and promoted. This is the belief. And then finally, what happens if you consistently and persistently pursue your potential in this manner with doing at ease, saying at ease, thinking at ease, and believing at ease, you now feel at ease. What is feeling at ease? Inspiration, in spirit, in theos, enthusiasm, energetic. You have cleared the interference between you and the almighty, all-knowing, omniscient, all-powerful light that comes through you for others. This is the secret to life. What I want people to know is you are already happy, healthy, wealthy, and worthy. Stop interfering with it, with this victimized mentality. Utilize the 5 levels of intention. Do the right things, say the right things, think the right things, believe the right things, and feel that inspiration, that confidence, that flow that allows you to be at your best, your potential.
Can they learn all of this from your book, or is there like a specific program? Okay.
Yeah, I got exercise, but it'll be in my book. And look, email me, man. I got free trainings every Friday. Everything I do is for free. I'm here to empower people.
Wonderful. I'll make sure I have that all listed out in the description. And your book, is it on Amazon, or is there a specific website?
Yeah, they're all on Amazon if you want to buy them, but I'll give them to you for free.
Beautiful.
Too. I got four books: Connected to Goodness, Creating the Life You Love with Jack Canfield, who wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul. Yeah. Compassionate Capitalism, which is more a business book about being abundant, and Game Time Decision Making, which takes all the great stories I've learned in sports and allows you to learn to prioritize. Prioritization is the antidote to overwhelmness and the antidote to procrastination. So I teach people to prioritize correctly, utilizing sports stories.
Procrastination is huge, man. That's huge. And if you're able to make it, like, give it a nice connection like that, that's wonderful. Because it's like, I feel like a lot of people have paralysis from that, like straight up real paralysis, and I've seen it, and it's just debilitating. Like, now what do I do? I wanted to ask you how long, I know we're short on time, but I wanted to know how long you've got, how long did it take you to really find that self-awareness? Like, for you to be able to recognize that this was the universe telling you 3 times no. Like, how, like, was this something that you went through your whole life, or did you just automatically clicked with you? Were you always that intuitive? Like, dude, that's, I know people are like, what is he talking about? It's huge. It's so big.
It's taken me 54 years and 6 weeks. I was born January 11th. My life is an aggregate effect.
Yeah.
And these lessons have evolved because pain to me is not just, promotion and protection. It's an indicator I have something to learn. And so all of the things that I'm rambling off in a fluent, hopefully coherent manner are from years and years of pain, setbacks, failures. And, 16 years ago, I made a major paradigm shift when I got faith that there's something bigger than me. I don't care. It's not religious, spiritual, or philosophical. It's just a faith that I have that there's something bigger than me that loves me more than I love my own children. And then the basis of that over the last 16 years, utilizing and learning from other people, having mentors that teach me about meditation and about sleep and about productivity and about accessibility and about my relationship with money and about ego and whatever else. The greatest thing about this technology, and I was blessed to be in it in 1992, so I, been around the availability of data and information, is everything's accessible. My life is about recovery and access. I want to recover every day to be at my higher self the next day, but I want to access as much as I can. You see, life is about lessons. The lessons are going to keep on coming until you learn them. And the greatest thing about lessons is you will forget every lesson that you've ever learned, but you have the power to access them. And look, I use gratitude as my cornerstone, right? And I forget to say thank you. I tell people all the time, it's free. It takes 0.1 seconds. It's guaranteed to change your life. I've written a book for Jack Canfield, for goodness sake. I sit on the Transformational Leadership Council. I've studied physics, metaphysics, and quantum physics. Sadhguru and Deepak Chopra are my friends. All of them agree gratitude is the most powerful thing in the world. It's the only common denominator. Gratitude is the only common denominator, whether you're sick or well, rich or poor, tall or short, only common denominator of happiness. And yet, even though it takes 0.1 seconds, even though it's free, if I told you to say thank you before you went to bed and when you wake up, by tonight, half of us wouldn't do it. By tomorrow morning, another half of us wouldn't do it. And within 3 days, almost all of us would forget to do it and not do it. Because we have to learn, which is why I want to come on this podcast, the habits of the few. Coherence is the habit machine. Coherence is the ability, one, to remember what we want to do, and two, to do it. If you can't remember what you want to do, and two, you can't do it every day, it's not going to be a habit.
Yep, absolutely. And I think that gratitude was a thing that completely changed my life. And I started about 12 years ago, just writing things down I'm grateful for. And now I created this system with my kids. It's not a system. I literally ask them. I have twins that are 7. Big age gap. But every night when we tuck them in, they're like, all right, what's one thing that you're grateful for today? And it's the simplest things, that we made a new friend, that we got to eat pizza for lunch, whatever the case may be. And it's like, that's raw, that's real, and you can feel it. And so I actually learned from them because I was making it too complicated. And I realized that I'm making it way too complicated. This isn't sincere. This isn't genuine. So I really appreciate that. Just to be thankful. Like, thank you. So on that regard, I want to thank you for taking the time. I know, you're a very busy man, and I so appreciate it. And I'm pumped. Like, I'm so pumped about this, and can't wait to be able to share it with the world. And thank you so much for being able to dedicate your time, man. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and cheers to your family.
Thank you, everyone. Remember, reach out to me, david@dmeltzer.com. But most importantly, be kind to your future self. Simply do good deeds. I appreciate being here. Thank you for your time. I'll do it again. Mo, take care of yourself. I look forward to doing it again soon.
Thank you, brother. Anytime. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care, guys.
Bye.